So what is EFT? You may be asking yourself that. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It's a healing modality. It's a technique that anybody can use at any time when they've experienced a trauma, when they're upset, or even, even if they just want to talk out how they feel and there's nobody around. You could talk to yourself and tap through how you're feeling. Essentially, it came from Chinese acupuncture, and it also incorporates psychology, where you're working through your emotions. You're not ignoring how you feel. You're actually talking about it. So in this video, I wanted to just kind of give you like a quick tutorial. When I do tapping, sometimes I will start with a setup statement. Let's say I'm annoyed by someone in my life. They're driving me crazy. So my setup statement might be, even though he drives me insane, and I might start on the karate point. Even though he drives me insane, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. You don't always have to start with a setup statement. It's helpful at times, especially if you're just getting started, because you're allowing yourself to feel what you're going to feel without blaming yourself. So when I start with an EFT session or script, or however you want to look at it, I'll sometimes start here on the karate chop point. Or I may start here. Like find the collarbone. You can gently tap right there. You can tap down a little bit. Sometimes I'll start by just finding a sore spot on the chest and massaging. So I'll massage, breathe in deeply, and then I might start lightly tapping, making a U shape with my hand, lightly tapping here, or patting myself. Or you can even like kind of do like kind of like a fist, but you're looking for this flat part, and you gently tap here. I like this because it's very comforting, but it's up to you. So I may start here, or I may start here. Start wherever you're comfortable. So if you're following along with me with one of my scripts, I usually start here. I breathe a lot throughout because it really helps you work through things. Now when you're doing EFT, you may cry, you may burp, you may yawn, you may feel tinglies throughout your body. That's okay. It's all perfectly normal. Just let yourself feel what you're going to feel, because you're working through something. And when you're yawning, your brain is trying to reset itself. So anytime you're yawning, let yourself yawn. Don't worry about that, okay? So sometimes I'll start here, and then I may go down to the sternum area, and you're just lightly tapping. If you're causing bruising, unless you bruise super easy, go a little bit gentler, all right? And then I'll come down to the top of the ribs, right where they stick out. If you're a super nice person, this area is going to be a little sore. If you say yes all the time when you really want to say no, you're going to be super sore here. And I just continue to breathe throughout, working on whatever I'm working on. And then I'll often go to the underarms. You can cross your arms over and kind of hug yourself. What you want to do is take your hand, put it right underneath your arm, move down a little bit, find kind of a sore spot, and lightly tap there. Okay? You can do under one arm, you can cross your arms, do under both. You can do like this, like a little monkey. Anything's fine. And then I'll move to the top of the head. Sometimes I'll just stick my thumbs in my ears, bring my fingers together, and I'll tap lightly on that spot, or I'll go back a little bit. There are a lot of meridian points, so I always recommend tapping all around your head. But for whatever reason, I'm kind of accident prone, so I usually have some kind of like knot on my head. So I don't always tap all over. But do what's comfortable. All over, one little spot. And then we come down here to the inside of the eyebrow, kind of like the furry part. Lightly tap with 2 fingers. It's good to do both sides. If you don't want to do both, you can do one side. And you go, just kind of follow your eyebrow around. And then you look for right here, the side of your eye. You lightly tap, then you follow that bone around, and then right here under the eye. Continuing to breathe. And then we go to under the nose, right here. Lightly tap. And then the chin, right there, that little spot where your finger fits perfectly. Lightly tap. And I'll often go back to the chest, and I may do the sternum and the underarms again, or I might go to the inside of the wrist. I started tapping with 3 fingers, just lightly tapping, because there's a lot of meridian points there. And then I'll do the outside of the thumb at the top where the nail is, lightly tap. While you're breathing, index finger, the top where the nail is, lightly tap. Middle finger, same thing. Now a lot of people will tap right, like right here. I think it's right there with the ring finger, but that's just really awkward for me for some reason and sensitive. So I always tap on the outside of the ring finger. I learned this from Sonia Sophia. She's amazing. So you lightly tap on the outside. And then we go down to the pinky, we're on the inside again. You can see that. And then I'll come to the karate chop. So those are usually the places that I tap. Sometimes I vary the order that I go in. If there's a certain spot that's just not comfortable for you or you don't like it, pick another spot. It's okay. There's really no wrong way to do this. You're going to do fine. Just the fact that you're even loving yourself enough to try something different. Be proud of yourself for that. All right? Well, thank you so much.